Hello. I really wanted to share some stuff with you today because I think it's really, really important that we be having these conversations. And what I wanted to share with you is a couple of things that I know to be absolutely true. You were not born to struggle, to worry, to wonder, to feel inadequate, to be unsure of what you're doing, to not understand, why you're not happy. You were not born here into this life to be miserable. We all came here for a purpose. We all have a purpose here on the planet. There is a reason for each and every one of us for being here. And that feeling that you have that something's missing in your life, or that there's definitely more, or any that pit in your stomach that maybe that this is all there is to life and how that makes you feel, that feeling is your guidance system telling you that there is more available to you. And so I just want you to know that our natural state really is, fulfilling that purpose. It's peace, it's abundance, it's love, it's bliss, it's happiness, it's contentment, it's knowing that you're doing the thing that you were here to do while living the life of your desires, while living a life where you're fully supported financially, in loving relationships, with a healthy body. Like, all of these things are parts of the life that you get to live when you really tap into what it is that you desire and why you're here on this planet. And so I just am so passionate about starting this conversation and growing the conversation around why we have agreed to limit ourselves, to play small, to pretend like everything's okay when we're struggling inside, and to take on these beliefs that are laid upon us throughout our life as if they're our own, as if they're our truth. So if you take a small child and you look at them, that small child has no doubt in their own abilities. They don't wonder why they're here. They don't look at the kid next to them or their sister or their mother and wonder why they aren't as good as that person. They don't have self-worth issues. They're not worried about not being enough. They're not constantly comparing themselves. They're not afraid to speak out. They're not afraid to try new things, right? Like, children are very, very, very much in tune with who they really are, because it's the beginning of their life and they haven't taken on all of these beliefs and all of these constructs around what is possible and isn't possible, and all these ideas about how the world is that we learn as we grow older. And because they're laid upon us throughout our childhood and into adulthood, a lot of us don't ever think to question the belief structures that we end up with. We don't question why we're trying to be skinnier than that guy or wealthier than that girl, or why we feel like because of who our parents are, we can't ever live that life that person over there lives. Or we're playing the Powerball hoping that'll pay off because that's the only way we're ever going to have millions of dollars, right? Like, we put all of these limits on ourselves that aren't real. They aren't true. The truth of the matter is that your natural state is a fit, healthy, lean, beautiful body. It is, financial wealth and abundance that allows you to show up in the world in your best way and really live into your purpose and be able to do the things that fulfill you, that fill up your cup, that fill up your heart, so that you can go out into the world and share with other people. It is that loving relationship and those real deep connections with people and humanity, and supporting each other and helping each other to get better and better, and to really feel, this beautiful experience that is life, and know that this is the place to do that. Like, we get to live this life from curiosity and abundance and wonder and joy and all of those things. That is our natural state. All of this struggle and all of this, like, sickness and depression and all this negativity that is just weighing us down as a race is just these constructs that are not ours. This is not the way it's meant to be, right? You are meant to be fulfilled and happy and free and in love and abundant and just shining and connecting with your fellow humans and loving each other instead of, judging each other or being jealous of someone else for having more than you have, or, blaming someone else for your situation. None of that is healthy or good, and none of that is, helping humanity rise in the way that I know we can as a collective. And so I just really wanted to share this conversation and start this conversation with you guys, because it's so important that we're talking about why it is we're okay with settling, why it is we're okay with playing small, why it is we're okay with thinking that this is the best we get to be. like that feeling in the pit of your stomach that's telling you there's more, and that's resonating with what I'm saying, and that's seeing in yourself some of the lack or some of the negativity or some of the constraints, that feeling is telling you that what I'm saying is true, and that you get this option. This is your chance to be something different, to do something different, to choose something different, right? This is your chance to really live, to really, really live and figure out what that looks like. And you get to do that, and you absolutely can do this on your own, right? What I teach my clients is really about getting clear on what the vision is, getting clear on what it is they desire. Because so often we say, oh, I want more money, or I want, a loving relationship, or I want a fit body, I want to look good in a bathing suit, or whatever it is. And you get to desire whatever it is you desire, right? I'm not saying that wanting a hot body is negative and you should have loftier goals than that. That's one of mine. So there's nothing wrong with desiring that. There's nothing wrong with desiring to travel first class or to go on nice vacations or, whatever it is. But getting clear on what those desires are and why you desire them. So just saying, I want more money, what is the point of the money? Like, what would you do with that? Get really clear on what kind of person you want to be, how you want to feel, what you want your life to look like. That's all super, super powerful, because what happens is we go through life without any plan, without any clear vision. So we're basically have no address to go to. So we're just wandering around in our car trying to find a place to stop, and we end up somewhere and we go, well, how the hell did I end up here? Well, it's because you had no direction. So getting that direction, getting really clear, and getting clear in a way that it's connected with what lights you up. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about doing in the world? What are you passionate about being in the world? Maybe it's about your family. Maybe you're passionate about the environment. Maybe it's about, hairstyles. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that lights you up, that is your path to happiness. Those things are what you're here on the planet to do, and those things are what get to light you up, get to provide you with that great feeling, and get to lead you into that life that you really desire, and that feeling of, fulfillment and contentment and peace and being supported. That all comes from following your passion and getting really clear on what your vision is. And then, of course, I talked about the layers that are laid upon us. So you get to release all that baggage. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that, but being really intentional about, really questioning your beliefs, really questioning your feelings, really questioning the thoughts that are going through your mind, and getting really clear on what is serving you and what isn't, and how can you get rid of the stuff that isn't serving you and choose something different. And then from this place, you get to really step into that power. This is where you're really unleashing that power within, because you've peeled back the layers and you've directed your intention. You know where you're headed. You've peeled back the layers, and now you are laser focused, and you get to really step fully into that power that you have as a really whole human being to create this life you desire and to be this beautiful, beautiful version of yourself. And so, like I said, you absolutely can do it on your own, right? Like, with enough investment, enough commitment, enough willingness to do the research and figure out what works and to try things, you absolutely can do it on your own. What I do, and what Unleashed, which is the program that I'm launching right now that's on sale to this coming Friday, the point of that is to take you through this process in a very structured way, using what I have learned in my own life and what I've been using on my clients, my one-on-one clients, in a way that really helps you laser focus your intention, get really clear, and get supported through the process so that you can more rapidly go through these phases and get to the point where you are living this best life of yours, and you're really, 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 stepping into that version of you that does that makes that commitment, that makes those choices, that sheds all that layers and the baggage that you don't need that's been holding you back, and really step into this full, happy, free, content version of you that's so tapped into your power that you create this life that you are absolutely in love with, and you're fulfilling your passion, you're fulfilling your purpose, you're doing exactly what you're here to do, and you're living it up, you're having such a great time. So it's really designed to help you laser focus and put some speed into the transformation so you can get to where you're going, and you can feel this feeling that I feel all the time. And that's really what motivated me to start doing this stuff, is because I know where I came from and how I felt, and how I feel now is just beyond different. And I just so badly want everyone to feel as amazing as I feel right now. So if you're interested and you don't want to be looking back 2 months from now going, I wish I'd done something because I would have been a different person and I would have been living a different life. If you're really ready to commit, go ahead and reach out to me and I'll get you all the details, and just let me know how I can support you. But really keep this conversation going, and just keep lighting people up. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day.